Okay, welcome back. This is a continuation. This is part two of our video on discussing how to navigate the Canvas page for the online art appreciation class. There's not that much left to cover before we'll start talking about the videos and then finally talk about the calendar. But on assignments, if you remember, we were talking about the different kinds of assignments. There's a homework assignment for every unit. There's an art activity assignment. We looked at the art activity assignment, and you can see that it's a pretty simple thing that you have to do. And I think the last thing I was talking about was file uploads. For your art activity and for your sketchbook design sketch assignments, you have to take some sort of photograph to submit them. So you could photograph them with your phone and then submit them as a JPEG, or you could put them in a PDF form or a TIFF or a PNG if that's the format that your phone automatically photographs in. You could also put them into a Word document and submit them as a document form. So you can see those are all the options available. For the homework assignments, there are multiple options for how to submit. You could submit as a document, right, or as a PDF, but you could also just simply do a text entry directly into the form. And even on top of that, you could, if you wanted to, you could print these out and then fill them out by hand and photograph them. You could submit them that way as well. Obviously, I prefer the direct text means of filling out the homework assignments just because it speeds up the grading process. Okay, and lastly, for every unit, there's a design sketch. And the writing here is a little bit long because I'm explaining the whole process of how to do the design sketches in general. But they are also pretty simple. And once again, you have a variety of formats that you can submit your files at, but you have to come up with some means of scanning or photographing the artwork that you make. So lastly, besides looking at assignments, we're going to look at a few other things. Hopefully you all know where to find attendance. Attendance isn't going to make that much of a difference. You know where discussions are. We went to, let's just for a second talk about discussions one more time, because something that I want to emphasize is that when you look at assignments, you can see grade section or something set aside to give you a grade for the discussions. So the discussions will also tell you, oh, you're supposed to do this discussion right now. But keep in mind, there's also a place where I grade them. And the first two discussions are extra credit, but then starting with the first discussion of week 2, they are all graded discussions, are 10-point grades. So, and let's see, attendance. Well, wouldn't look like that for you. And then here are the quizzes. Okay, all of these quizzes are the ones imported from the last time, except for quiz number 1, which has been modified and is ready to go for this first week. And then grades right there. And lastly, I want to talk about files. So here's a quick story. There's a reason why files is one of the last things on here, because some students have this habit of using their Canvas page where whatever they feel they need to do, they just search for the file that they want to find. And that may work pretty well in a lot of classes, but unfortunately for me, I keep modifying and updating a lot of things. So if you go to modules and you find the Word document for the homework assignment, let's say, you will get the one, because it says summer 20 on it, you'll get the one that is absolutely up to date. But if you go to files and then search for homework number 1, you might find one from 2016 or 2017, and it will not be updated. It might be missing some questions. And I've had students who have done that in the past. Now, there are some things that are useful about the files, such as I've made some folders in it where you can find examples of student artwork. They're not right now in any particular order, but you can see these are examples of different assignments that students have done. and gives you kind of an idea of what you could do. Also, all the readings are grouped together and all the notes and study guides are grouped together. So that can be helpful. But just keep in mind, when you're looking for a particular assignment, go to modules first. Okay, I'm going to end the first lecture right there. The next lecture is going to be, we're going to go to pages and talk about videos, and then we're going to go to the YouTube site that is attached to this class. All right, thanks.